Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Yogesh Borse and today we will discuss reaction turbine. In a reaction turbine, water at inlet of the turbine possesses kinetic energy as well as pressure energy. As water flows through the runner, a part of pressure energy goes on changing into a kinetic energy. That means a reaction turbine possesses both the types of energy, kinetic as well as pressure, and it converts a part of pressure energy into a kinetic energy. Thus, water through the runner is under a pressure and runner is completely enclosed in an airtight casing. And casing and runner is always full of water. There are different types of reaction turbine. First one is inward radial flow reaction turbine, in which water flows from outward to inward. Second, outward radial flow reaction turbine, in which water flows from inward to outward. And third, mixed flow or a Francis turbine, in which water enters radially but leaves axially. Last one, axial flow turbine, in which water enters and leaves axially only. There are two types of axial flow turbine. First one is a Kaplan turbine, for which runner blades are adjustable, and for propeller turbine runner blades are fixed. Main components of radial flow reaction turbine. There are four main components of radial flow reaction turbine. First one is a casing. This is the spiral type of a casing. You can see in this diagram. Next, guide mechanism, or it is also called as a guide wheel. Next, runner. This is the runner on which vanes are mounted. This is the runner on which vanes are mounted. Last one is the draft tube, which is attached at the exit of the turbine. Casing. In case of a reaction turbine, casing and runner are always full of water. The cross section area of this casing decreases uniformly along the circumference to keep the fluid velocity constant in a magnitude along its path towards the guide vane. You can see in this diagram the shape of the casing is a spiral type. That means area of the casing is decreases to keep the fluid velocity constant along its path towards the guide vane. This is so because the rate of flow along the fluid path in the volute decreases due to the continuous entry of the fluid to the runner through the opening of the guide vanes. The material for the casing is concrete, cast steel or a plate steel. Second component, guide mechanism or a guide blades. It is a stationary circular wheel. Guide vanes are fixed on a guide mechanism between two rings in the form of a wheel. You can see this is the guide wheel on which vanes are mounted. The guide vanes allow the water to strike the vanes fixed on the runner without shock at inlet. The function of guide vane is to allow the water to strike the vane fixed on the runner without any shock at the inlet. This is important. The material for the guide blade is cast iron. The quantity of water passing through the guide blade depends on the position of the guide vanes. Third component, that is runner. It is a circular wheel on which a series of radial curve vanes are fixed. Surface of the vanes are made very smooth. The radial curve vanes are so shaped that water enters and leaves the runner without any shock. We can see in this diagram, here is the runner on which vanes are mounted. Material for the runner is cast steel, cast iron or a stainless steel. Runner is key to the shaft. And last component is what? Draft tube. The pressure at exit of the runner of a reaction turbine is generally less than atmospheric pressure. Hence, water at exit cannot be directly discharged to the tail race. Therefore, a tube or a pipe gradually increasing area is used for discharging water from the exit of the turbine to the tail race. This tube of increasing area is called as the draft tube. Okay. Then there are difference between inward radial flow reaction turbine and outward radial flow reaction turbine. Let us understand what is that difference. Water enters at outer periphery. This is for inward radial flow reaction turbine, and which flows inward and towards the center of the turbine and discharges at the inner periphery. And for the outward radial flow reaction turbine, water enters at inner periphery, flows outward and discharges at the outer periphery. Second point, in case of inward flow, the outer diameter of the runner is inlet and the inner diameter of the runner is outlet. You can see in this diagram, the outer diameter of the runner is what? This is the outer diameter. This is called as the inlet. This is the inlet for the outer diameter, and inner diameter is what? The outlet. This is the inner diameter, which is the outlet. Therefore, D1 is greater than D2, and as D depends upon the U is what? Velocity of the blade, and U is equal to pi d n by 60. So, U is directly proportional to diameter at inlet and outlet. So, U1 is pi d1 by 60 and U2 is pi d2 n by 60. As D1 is greater than D2, therefore, U1 is also greater than U2. In case of outer radial flow turbine, the inner diameter of the runner is inlet and outer diameter is what? Outlet. Therefore, D1 is less than D2. You can see in this diagram, the inner diameter of the runner is what? Inner diameter is inlet and outer diameter is outlet. Therefore, D1 is less than D2 and hence U1 is less than U2. Thank you. If you like my channel, then please subscribe and comment.